Yeah, it was my choice. I didn't really talk to anybody about it. I just kind of told my team like I'm gonna just say the truth, and that's it.
He's strong. He has good left hook. And then one time he opened up. I cracked him and he didn't open up at all.
It didn't look like he was training. Ryan didn't train for that fight.
Ain't sure why.
I don't think so. Ryan didn't train. He didn't train for that fight.
After losing to Rolly Romero, Ryan Garcia made a shocking statement, saying he wasn't mentally fit to fight and was pressured by his own team to compete. "I tried to push through it, but after a year out, I just wasn't myself," he confessed. He also hinted that he's considering retiring early. During his time away, Garcia went through serious personal struggles and said the past year drained him. Even though he feels more mentally stable now, he implied the decision to return wasn't truly his. "I'm beyond upset," he added, suggesting he knew deep inside he shouldn't have stepped back into the ring.
Just found myself very off after the year layoff. That whole year, it was a lot for me, mentally, as you guys know. So the fact that I got here is, and I'm in the position I am, my mind is as clear as it is a victory for me, I would say.
Garcia's emotional reveal showed he was fighting more than just his opponent. His words sent shockwaves through the boxing world. Lou DiBella expressed disbelief, saying he never expected Rolly to outbox Ryan. Garcia, fresh off a year-long break, was rushed into a major fight many saw as irresponsible. Bill Haney questioned the decision on X, congratulating others while seemingly baffled. Meanwhile, Oscar De La Hoya was criticized, with fans wondering why Ryan hasn't fired him for putting him in such a risky fight clean of PEDs. Ryan's own words showed he wasn't ready, but his camp prioritized business over safety. Critics now believe De La Hoya set Ryan up to lose. Even after Ryan's emotional collapse, De La Hoya downplayed the damage, saying the defeat wasn't devastating, and Ryan knows what to do. His remarks outraged many who felt Ryan was thrown into danger after a long break. Rather than owning up to poor management, Oscar's dismissive tone only made things worse.
How devastating? He'll live to see another day. That's it.
How devastating of a loss is this for Ryan, man?
Not devastating at all. At all. Win 12 rounds. He knows he's way better than that. He knows what he has to do. He knows what he has to do. So,
do you think the Devin Haney fight probably off the table? Do you think that, or
it'll be back.
How do you?
It has to happen.
How do you think Devin looked out there, man?
Gun shy. Literally, he was running. I mean, he was scared to me.
Yeah.
Scared of getting hit.
Bob Arum recently shared harsh criticism about Ryan Garcia's comeback, calling out both his handlers and management for allowing the Romero fight after a long layoff. Arum blamed weak planning for Garcia's poor showing and said he should have fought a lower-level opponent first. According to Arum, promoters often chase fast cash instead of smart decisions. He said Ryan should have taken a warm-up bout before facing top names like Romero or Haney. Arum stressed how important it is to build rhythm slowly and not rush into major events. He slammed boxing's trend of throwing unprepared fighters into big matches, putting their careers at risk. His remarks shine a light on how the sport often picks money over logic, which leads to mismatched fights. Arum added that even elite fighters like Devin Haney can look rusty after time off, referencing Haney's shaky outing against Jose Ramirez. He called the matchmaking behind Ryan's return poor judgment, saying, "Bad matchmaking ruins careers." His words highlight the need for smart planning and protection for young boxers facing high-risk decisions.
This is a lack of real planning. He should have had a tune-up fight first and then go into a fight with a guy like Romero. But, these fighters and the promoters get turned by the money, and they don't make really good decisions. A good decision would have been to take a tune-up fight, and then, then you move to a Romero or even a Haney or so forth. You don't go right in after a year. You know, look at Haney. Haney looked terrible with Ramirez because he hadn't fought in a year.
Did he seem to be gun shy? Did he seem to be worried about taking another big shot?
Who's that?
Devin Haney, with the way that he was moving around the
Absolutely.
ring.
You see that? I mean, you know, I don't know how he scored because it's hard to tell. But, you know, who's going to want to see Haney fight if he fights that way?
You want to see the rematch? After what? Yeah.
What'd you think about Teofimo Lopez? His performance?
He did okay. I mean, he did okay. But he knew he was in with Barboza, who can't break an egg. You know, Barboza's fought so many fights for us. I don't think he's had one knockout. You know, so Teofimo could show his whole arsenal.
Mike Tyson and Derek Jeter both voiced frustration after Ryan Garcia's loss to Rolly Romero. During a live chat, Derek was straightforward, saying Ryan didn't train properly. He noted that after a year away, Garcia looked unprepared. Tyson, though less direct, agreed with Derek's view and showed concern over Garcia's readiness. Derek pointed out that while Ryan didn't seem fully committed to camp, Rolly deserved full credit for his win. Their honest opinions match what? More people in boxing are starting to believe that Ryan's lack of serious training played a big part in his defeat. The bout reminded everyone how critical it is to be fully ready for high-stakes matches.
Just was a time, obviously, in learning more about.
You go to therapy?
Yeah, I was going to therapy, and I took all the steps that I just wanted to get better, so I took every step that you could.
And who advised you to be so open about it? Because I'm sure your team was like, let's just say it's a shoulder injury, let's not talk about mental health. Because again, you're the first one to do it.
Yeah.
Was it your choice?
Yeah, it was my choice. I didn't really talk to anybody about it. I just kind of told my team, like, I'm gonna just say the truth, and that's it. And we'll see.
And you still got backlash after that?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Of course, because there's people that have like this idea on social media.
Well, because they really want me to, like, you know, I'm just easy to pick on, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you know, this kid.
Like he has everything.
Yeah.
What do you mean mental health? It's
Yeah.
like, no, you don't understand. Like,
Yeah,
you're
no,
so
crazy.
But
You're
mental
still a
health doesn't
human
equal
being
happiness.
first.
But the thing is, I've struggled with it since I was 17. It was something new. It just got to like a place where, and I don't even know how it truly happened, but because I had just won the biggest fight of my life.
Which fight was that?
Was Luke Campbell, right after I knocked him out.
Huge fight.
And I was on top of the world. Like, I mean, my social media numbers were even crazier than it is now, and it's
Was there
crazy
big growth
now.
from that? Yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing. But
Was it the pressure? Is that what got to you?
no, I got to, like, I just got so lost. Like, I don't know, I can't really explain it. I just kind of like being in a maze and you don't know where to go. Like, I just couldn't keep my focus on anything, and then I just kept on thinking I was sick. I came to, like, I became like a true hypochondriac to the point where I was like, yo, I got a problem for sure. Like, and then I just kept going through that, and then more panic attacks, and I couldn't breathe half the time.
So how'd you get out of it?
Talk to the right people.
The right people.
First of all, talk to yourself.
Yeah.
And say this is an issue.
Exactly, being honest with yourself, the truth, and then conversations with people and understanding that other people have went through a similar situation. It kind of eases off that thing, I'm alone in a way. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Teddy Atlas gave an in-depth look at Ryan Garcia's return against Rolly Romero, analyzing both fighters' situations. He pointed out that Romero has another big chance to shine and earn a major payday. Atlas also noted that Garcia has matured, becoming more low-key and focused solely on boxing. While he joked about Romero possibly having connections helping him land big fights, he respected Rolly's determination and said the fighter seems more grounded now. Atlas reflected on Garcia's past doubts and odd choices, but said if Ryan has really faced his demons, he could still rise. He praised Rolly's skill set, talent, technique, and style, and said this match could be his moment to prove he's the real deal. If he's mentally sharp, Atlas believes Romero can win now, and in future bouts too.
What about taking one next?
World-class professional boxing. You'll see all around. Thank you for coming.
A dance partner that makes sense. Rolly don't make sense.
No.
Not really. I mean, what is he known for? Getting beat, you know, and then not looking so good. Like, he's been on a kind of a downward spiral. You know, he doesn't even look very confident about this fight. Now, I'll be the first one to tell you that I'm always on Rolly's team, but it just doesn't look so good right now. But I'm going to tune in. Hopefully, he can pull up an upset and actually give a good fight. I just haven't seen him in one in a long time.
Rolly Romero's victory over Ryan Garcia is being seen as a serious lesson for fighters and trainers. The match showed how vital discipline, practice, and staying sharp are in boxing. Coaches who focus on basics like movement and punch accuracy likely found Garcia's performance disappointing. Known for his left hook, Ryan had long gaps in the fight where he wasn't throwing punches, which gave Rolly the upper hand. Garcia's response after the loss showed growth. Even though the loss hurt, he stayed respectful and congratulated Romero, earning praise from fans and experts. Ryan showed real sportsmanship, no excuses, one person posted, noting how rare that is. Instead of blaming issues, Garcia honored the fight and Romero. His calm reaction showed emotional strength and left a good impression despite the defeat. However, the scorecards caused major controversy. Judges gave it 115-112, 115-112, and 118-109 for Romero, even though Garcia had an early knockdown and threw very few punches, just 54 in 12 rounds, one of the lowest ever by CompuBox. Many questioned the scoring, saying it didn't reflect what actually happened. This has sparked big debates over fairness and judging standards in boxing. While Romero clearly won, the numbers raised more concerns about judging integrity.
Into the ring versus Rolly Romero. Rolly gets another crack at it, another huge fight, another payday.
Does Rolly, look, I'm kidding. I like him. He's a fighter. I like him. He's a fighter, and he's gotten a little more humble. He's quieted down. He just fights now. I like him. But let me ask you a question, bud. Okay? Again, because I think people, if anything, they could hate me, they could like me, they could tolerate me, but they know I'm going to say what I think, and maybe what they're thinking, but they can't say. But does he have pictures on somebody? Because he keeps getting these fights. He loses the big ones, and he gives his all. I'm not knocking him, but he loses the big ones, and then he comes up and gets a big fight where obviously it passes somebody else up on a line that probably thinks, hey, wait a minute, I've been winning. I've been winning over here, and I'm not getting this shot. This guy loses when he gets them, and he gets another one. Like, what the? Like, what the heck? What the heck?
You go back to when he was fighting on Showbox. He fought a guy from a Dominican kid named Jackson Marinos. I thought he lost that fight. I was live at the fight in Vegas versus Ishmael Barrosa. Tony Weeks gives him a gift, stops the fight. Horrible stoppage. He loses to Pitbull Cruz, to your point, to Tank Davis, and here he is again. He could talk, he could sell, right? He's got a mouthpiece on him,
and he's got Al Heyman. Al Heyman has helped him.
Yeah, most importantly, and an exciting style, right? He does come forward. He is strong, and he engages. So in this fight,
he's kind of, sometimes he's kamikaze, but yeah, he goes and he comes and he comes and he puts it forward and he leaves it.
After Ryan Garcia's defeat, questions popped up about whether his expected rematch with Devin Haney would still happen. Some doubted Garcia's ability to bounce back and stay in the title picture, but his promoter, Oscar De La Hoya, quickly confirmed the rematch is still happening, and the loss won't change that. Oscar assured everyone that Ryan's drive to fight Haney remains strong. Meanwhile, rising star Keyshawn Davis backed Garcia, confidently saying Ryan could knock out Haney in their next meeting. Despite the recent loss, Keyshawn showed belief in Ryan's skills, saying setbacks won't stop him from being a top-tier boxer. He stressed that the Haney rematch is still alive and fans will definitely tune in. It doesn't matter now, Ryan's Going to fight Devin and the world will watch, he said. That showdown remains one of the most awaited events in the sport. After Romero's win, his promoters went all in, calling him the true champ and dismissing Gervonta Tank Davis's record. They boldly claimed Tank's era is over, trying to shift all focus onto Rolly. Their strong words kicked off a heated debate. Some fans question those claims, while others feel Romero's win signals a new wave in the lightweight division. Whether he lives up to the hype still remains to be seen, but for now, his team is celebrating big.
A welterweight in Ryan Garcia threw just over 200 punches. All right. Now, we have heavyweight fights. We have heavyweight fights like Joe Joyce versus Filip Hrgovic, which I think were double that in a 10-round fight, and they're heavyweights, big heavyweights. I don't know what happened here. I really don't. What I will say with Rolly, right? I've said with Rolly before, and I picked Ryan Garcia massively to win this fight. Rolly has never impressed me in the slightest. In fact, I never understood why anyone thought this guy was anyway decent. I thought he lost the fight earlier in his career. I can't remember the guy's name he was in there with, but it was a very dubious decision. He looked, well, against Ishmael Barroso, a guy who was officially 40, but let's be real, was probably closer to 50. He looked terrible in that fight. He got dropped in that fight. He got stopped with one punch by Tank Davis. He got the living crap beat out of him by Pitbull last year, so much so that when they interviewed him in the post-fight, he sounded just completely incoherent and out of it because he was probably concussed in that fight. And I just thought, like, this is tailor-made for Ryan Garcia. He's got the easiest fight out of them all. It's just tailor-made for him. And I thought we would see one of these three guys, Teofimo Lopez, and his fight with Barbosa was probably the most entertaining fight of the three main events. And that wasn't a great fight. It was good, but it wasn't great. This, I don't know what it was. Was it something to do with the fact that it was in Times Square? The atmosphere was not what I was expecting.